Putting together a team to play in one game, which decides the fate of the world. But you can only have one of the following players in their prime. Who are you choosing?
Pele.
You know him as Pele.
Imagine being just 17 years old and carrying the hopes of an entire nation. He destroyed France with a historic hat-trick, and in the final, 2 stunning goals against Sweden. Brazil lifted their first ever World Cup, and the world met the boy who would become the king of football.
Is Pele really the greatest footballer of all time, or is his legend more myth than reality? For decades, his name has sat on the top of the throne of football royalty. But in today's game, with stars like Messi and Ronaldo rewriting history, it's fair to ask, was Pele truly the best, or just the first global superstar? Let's break it all down. The case for Pele's greatness.
Welcome to the footy zone, where the ball rolls free. From the Premier to the Liga, this the place to be. Champions rise, underdogs dream to a degree. In the footy zone, where the world can agree.
Pele supporters have plenty of ammunition. 3 World Cups. No other player has ever matched that level of incredibleness. He scored over 1,200 goals across official and friendly matches, a mind-boggling number that cemented his status as the king of football.
Many years ago, when I was young, they brought a player named Pele, and I came to watch Pele, and he was fantastic. And I'd say probably I'll go old-fashioned. I would say Pele was so great.
He wasn't just prolific, he was revolutionary. At 17 years old, he scored twice in a World Cup final.
Pele. 3-time winner. In 1958, when they beat Sweden, was it 5-2, and he scored 2 as a teenager.
Wow.
I mean, in the World Cup final.
Can you imagine?
And one of them was have you seen the one where he flicks it over the guy's head? And but Pele was glorious. And the one that you gave in the previous episode, the goal of the best ever goal was Carlos Alberto, made with an assist that Pele just gets it, boom, knocks it. Beautiful.
Imagine a teenager today doing that on the biggest stage. It would absolutely break the internet. Pele was also versatile. He could dribble past defenders with ease, shoot with either foot, dominate in the air, and had the vision to create for others. In an era when pitches were rough, protection from referees was minimal, substitutions couldn't be made, and tactics were pretty rigid, Pele found a way to thrive. The criticisms. Here's where the debate gets pretty tricky. Many critics point out that Pele spent almost his entire club career at Santos in Brazil, never testing himself in Europe against the very best clubs week in, week out. Yes, Santos toured Europe in the 60s and often beat big clubs in friendlies, but that's not the same as playing in a European Cup every season. Another criticism is the goal tally itself. Over 500 of Pele's goals came in friendlies, it came in exhibition games, and it came against matches against much weaker opposition. When you strip those out of the equation, the official count is closer to 757 goals, which is still legendary, but not the 1,200 plus that is often quoted when people speak about how great he was. Comparing him to modern legends, this is where Pele's status really gets tested. Players like Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi is the best player in the world. He won the Ballon d'Or a few days ago.
And Cristiano Ronaldo.
I'm pushing myself. I don't need other players to push myself. I just worked since I was in sporting, so I push myself all the time to be the best. As I say many times, in my opinion, I'm the best.
Have not only scored more official goals, but have done so while playing at the very highest level for nearly 2 decades.
I scored 130. I scored one. I'm the most goal scorer in the world history.
Sure.
But I will put the level even high. I will put the level even high. My challenge is to be 1,000 goals.
You're going to put to 1,000?
I wanted to reach 1,000 goals.
The Champions League, top European leagues, international tournaments, their consistency, longevity, and level of competition were arguably tougher than any of the competition that Pele ever faced.
All the goals that I scored, they have video. They're all in video.
You're talking about the Stefano, you're talking about...
Listen, I respect all of them.
They haven't got the...
My goals, all the goals with video, and I will bring.
And then you have Diego Maradona, who didn't have Pele's stats, but arguably had bigger individual moments, dragging Napoli to glory in Italy, and almost single-handedly winning Argentina the 1986 World Cup.
Maradona, even when we're on the pitch with it, we were in awe of him because he was so obviously better than everybody else. Then there were players in that World Cup, Platinum, Zico, people like that, but he was something like another planet.
Was he the best player you ever played against?
Oh, by a country. Better than anyone else I've ever seen. Pele, I didn't see enough of because I only caught him at the end of his career, so it's not fair to judge. And I think you can only really judge the best players if you own on.
Why the context matters. But let's not dismiss Pele too quickly. Football in the 1950s and 60s was a totally different sport. Medical science wasn't advanced, training facilities were pretty basic, tackles were brutal. Pele absorbed all of that and still found a way to shine brighter than anyone else on the footballing pitch. Without Pele, football might not have exploded into the global phenomenon that it is today. He was the game's first real superstar, the face of football across continents. Many players wanting to grow up to emulate the incredible things that Pele had done. And that alone makes him a legend to so many generations. Even if you argue that Messi or Ronaldo surpassed him statistically, Pele's legacy is pretty much untouchable. He made football a global language. Kids in every corner of the world grew up wanting to be like Pele. That influence, combined with his World Cup triumphs, means that whether or not he's the absolute #1 greatest of all time, he'll still be one of the greatest of all time. So is Pele the greatest of all time? If your definition is World Cup glory and global impact, then your answer may be a yes. But if it's all about competing at the highest level, week in, week out, then maybe Messi or Ronaldo have the edge, and maybe even Maradona has the edge over Pele. The truth is that greatness can't always be measured by goals or trophies. Sometimes it's about who changed the game forever, and in that sense, Pele will always remain immortal. But the most important thing is, what do you think? Is Pele still the greatest of all time? Or has modern football left his legend kinda behind? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and also give this video a like, guys. It really does help the channel. And guys, I will catch you on the next one.